There are moments and days when I'm traveling that simply don't feel real,
It's really, really powerful.
even long after they're over.
You're going slowly.
You're about to watch one of those days. In the middle of the Pacific, off a tiny island called Moorea, my friends and I swam with giants.
Good morning. It's a very, very special morning this morning because today we're hopefully going to be able to swim with some humpback whales, I believe. This apparently is one of the 3 countries in the world that allow you to swim with whales, and we're here, so we're going to try it out. We were pretty worried because we thought we wouldn't be able to get a spot because it seems like it was all booked out. Everyone coming here for honeymoons and all of that book 10 months in advance or whatever. But our Airbnb host was able to get a spot with one of the fancy hotels in the area, so I believe we have a spot. It was slightly sketchy because we transferred her money, but then she booked supposedly, but she hasn't sent us a confirmation, so we're gonna go figure out and see if we're gonna have a spot. But ready to go. We're gonna be late, so let's go. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Sorry, there was a mix-up at reception.
Yeah.
They weren't.
We'll try just to go fast because early at the morning it's the perfect time before many boats coming. That's when we make a meeting really early to the morning.
Awesome.
To be really comfortable.
Ready to dive with some whales. Let's go.
So we're going for looking for that giant, okay, the same but more big. So we're going to the ocean. During all the tour I will give you many information about the whale. If you have any question you can ask me. First we can see the humpback. This we call it the humpback whale because when they dive they do that with the back, okay, so you can see a little back tail and like that, okay. We can see the pectoral tail, of course, splashing. We can see the back tail, really big. Of course we can see the jump, really big jump. And the most important for us, we can see the blow. Okay, the blow is really powerful. This going out about 300 kilometers. Really powerful. You will see like water, but it's not water, c'est de la vapeur. Tu sais qu'on dit vapeur? Steam? Steam.
Yeah.
It's steam because it's really fast. Okay, this is really nice for us to localize. Okay.
The guide explained everything we needed to know, and we set off into the ocean to try to spot some whales. The best thing for us to look for was either the blow or the whale breaching out of the water. We scanned the horizon and kept our eyes peeled.
You have to make 3 dives. When it's really close, the thing is really powerful. If the male is under the boat, you can hear from the surface.
Wow.
That one, it's really powerful. That's why I jump, just to listen. And if it's powerful, maybe so we wait more to maybe swim with, but it's a really nice experience to listen the sound of the male.
Someone thought they spotted something, but we couldn't figure out exactly where. So our guide jumped in to see if he could hear the whale sound and figure out how far away it might be.
So to jump on water, you grab that one or that one, and you're going slowly.
Does he sleep for 15 minutes too?
Sorry?
He can hold his breath for 15 minutes too?
No.
Maybe 4 minutes.
He's not a fish.
Nothing. So we kept waiting and watching. And before long,
Bon, pour l'instant, il a l'air assez stable.
our guide determined the whale was nice and relaxed. It was go time.
So be ready to jump.
This was as close as we could get with the boat, so it was time to hop in. Still, nothing to see except vast, never-ending turquoise. I started feeling a bit seasick with the rolling ocean waves bobbing us up and down, with nothing to see and get my bearings. Seemingly out of nowhere, our guide gestures towards us and begins swimming in the complete opposite direction.
That was so cool.
So cool.
I didn't realize there's two.
You were in the way.
Once we got back into the boat, they gave us some tea and a little snack, which was much appreciated after swimming and tasting salt water for about an hour. We hung out, had our snack, and watched the whales put on an absolute show around us.
So we will going on the south part. Okay, we go down. We go.
Is that another whale?
Yeah, better.
Unfortunately, one person on our boat was feeling really sick, so we dropped him off on shore. On the way back, we stopped at a snorkeling spot on the reef that was supposed to have sharks. No sharks, but it was nice to swim around. The rest of the time, we motored around, taking in the views of the island. We spotted a few more whales, but we didn't get in the water again.
What did everyone think of the whaleys?
I think it's fine. I'm happy.
Lonnie's happy.
I'm happy.
If you're gonna do this, we'll split people. You'll be the girl or the guy.
Wow. Of course you wanted to be the white guy.
What am I?
I know what.
White girl,
Oh
white
my
guy.
god, you're so pretty.
All right, I did want to take some time to give some information about the whales that we did yesterday. So I think I learned a lot that I didn't expect going in that I think would be useful for anyone that wants to swim the whales. So I wrote some things down here. The first one is to book early. I think we got really lucky because we looked a few weeks back before we got here to try to book some whale tours and we had no luck. It seemed like everywhere was full. Doesn't matter if it was a private boat or you just pay per person, we just couldn't find the spot. Luckily, our Airbnb host was able to hook us up and book through Sofitel, which is one of the bougie resorts here on the island, and I actually really liked them. From what I could tell, they seemed cheaper than the other options, which was surprising. The boat was really nice, the guides were great, and they also seemed to be very, very ethically minded, and so they wouldn't encroach on the whales if there was too many boats, and they were very cognizant about when to approach the whales and when not to. I don't know about the other operators. I'm sure that all of them or most of them are probably great, but I did notice that about Sofitel. The other thing about Sofitel, it seems like they went out earlier than the other boats because we were the first ones out there. We left at 7 in the morning, met up at 6:45 to get our gear and everything. And we seem to be the first boat out, which is obviously helpful because they try to limit the number of boats that are following a single whale to like 1, 2, maybe 3, it seemed like, but we were the first ones out there, so we didn't really have to worry about that. We decided to find a whale and then make sure it was accepting of us before we could get in the water. Another one is obvious, but wear sunscreen. I did not, and Nick and I got very burnt. And you're floating out there in the middle of the water, which I didn't realize it was going to be that long, just floating and snorkeling. So the way it works is they can't take the boat too close to the whales. So we went out on the boat, was scoping for whales, waited for them to breach and blow like their blowhole, right? Basically breathe. And using that, they could time when the whale would come back up. So when the whale would come up to breach, they knew it's like 15 to 20 minutes until they would have to breathe again. So that's the way we could see it and then kind of follow it and kind of track where it is. And then once we found the whale, the guides knew what to do in order to determine if the whale was calm and accepting. Basically if it's like sleeping or if it's like, get away from me. They know all the signs. So basically once we could find a whale, if we could watch it and follow it until it was accepting of us, then we were able to get our snorkel gear on and then snorkel to the whale. Keep in mind that they can't bring the boats within like 100 meters of the whales to not disturb them. So basically when you're 100 meters away, you jump in to swim to the whales. In our case, we had to wait for the whale to come back up to breathe. One, because we were trying to like find it, and we were just floating on the ocean surface for over an hour before we got the shots that we did, and was able to see the whale come up right in front of us. So keep that in mind. Again, wear sunscreen because you're just floating out in the water for however long it takes for the whale to come up again and breathe. Yeah, other than that, they give you all the gear you need, and it's a great time, and that's all I got.